So what we're going to do next is we are going to factory restore our DeepRacer car to the latest version of the software currently available, which is, time of recording is Ubuntu 20.04. So what I've got is I've got my car here wired up into my Blackmagic with the HDMI here. Normally you would have it wired up into an external monitor. I've got power coming from a spare USB-C charger I had kicking around, happens to be a Apple Mac 1. And I've got my keyboard, mouse and USB bootable media, which I prepared earlier, plugged into this Anchor 4-port USB switch, and that's just plugged into the rear USB port on the car. You could also use the two front ones if they're available. Obviously, if you're building an Evo car, those ports won't be available. So what we're going to do now is we're going to press the power button on the side of the car to power the car on, and we're going to press the escape key on the keyboard. And this is so we can get into the BIOS of the car. So here we are in the car's BIOS, and all we're going to do is we're going to choose boot from file, select boot, and then select EFI, select boot, and then boot x64.efi. What will happen now is the DeepRacer will reboot, but then it will boot up using the boot partition of the USB stick rather than the built-on storage. What we do here is we run a live distro version of 20.04 on the car from the USB boot stick, and this has a shell script which basically reinstalls 20.04 onto the car along with the DeepRacer libraries as required. It takes approximately 15 minutes to run. So what I will do is I will speed this piece up until we get towards the end. But I'm just waiting for the Ubuntu Live distro to come up so you can see the shell script running. The way you can tell it's finished is that the shell window disappears. On 16.04 it used to reboot the car, but on 20.04 it doesn't reboot the car. But once the shell script has gone through and is terminated and disappeared, you can manually reboot the car. So here we are with the live distro running and the shell script running in a terminal window, and it's basically at this point just going to format the disk, install the software and crack on. As a point of note, if left unattended the screen will actually go to sleep, so what I'll do every now and then is I'll probably just give the mouse a quick shake. So you'll get to see it all in all its glory as it speeds through doing the update. Right, so that's the shell script terminated. At this point, the car has been updated with 20.04. So what we're going to do now is just going to shut down the car.